On Monday, May 6th, the Rockland residents will be voting on the MBTA zoning law. WRPS caught up with Allyson Quinn, the town planner for the town of Rockland, at one of the informational presentations given about this law. Town meeting is at the Rockland High School auditorium at 7 p.m. on Monday, May 6th.
So in 2021, then Governor Baker signed off on the Housing Choice Initiative, which is now the MBTA community zoning. We are forced to become compliant. If we don't become compliant by December of this year, we are going to lose out on literally millions of dollars of state grant funding that the town is heavily reliant on. They've linked it to kind of like this MBTA infrastructure, but that's not really what they're trying to get at. They're trying to get at this really critical need for housing. So the town meeting where the residents will have the opportunity to vote on this will be May 6th. After that, we will submit this off to the state for final approval. The Attorney General's office is really the determining party for any kind of zoning amendments that you put forward. So that's what we'll be waiting on. I would anticipate that would likely happen before the December deadline, so that we know that we're in compliance. And then after that, it's really like a little bit of a waiting game. You know, we do have a water and sewer issue, and that this is just zoning. We're not required to bring any sewer, any water. If anyone wants to develop or redevelop actually up there, it is on them to figure it out. And so it's unlikely that any of that infrastructure would be available anytime in the near future, or even 5 years down the road, if people couldn't figure out how to mitigate it on site. So yeah, I don't foresee any of this happening anytime soon. This is not a development project. This is not a green light for development. This is simple zoning that we're required to put in. We're required to meet the minimum threshold for the zoning. We've met the minimum threshold for the zoning. This is just to become compliant with the state law. We have a lot more to lose if we don't become compliant. And I think that's the trick to this. You know, by putting the zoning in, you're not losing anything, because, you know, we don't have a crystal ball. We don't know what the economy is going to be like. We don't know if we're ever going to have the capacity for water and sewer. But we do know that we will lose, you know, state grant funding and likely get sued by the Attorney General. I look at it this way. You know, I'm a planner, but I'm, you know, before anything else, I'm a public servant. I'm a public employee. My job is to advocate for the people of Rockland and help serve them the best way I know how. And I think compliance is likely to be in their best interest.